advantage for Big, and they're fully committed long.
Yeah, keep your eyes on Simple Smoke. We talk about it a lot here. Drops it, normally quite passive to AWP around. You can see it there in his hand, ready to go.
Boomich. Oh, he holds it and holds his nerve for one. Still the man advantage. This is Simple playing around the smoke. And they know what he's up to. Boosting on the box is a death sentence. You have to go wide to play around this smoke, and that's why he can post up and peek as well. Good timing on the incendiary as they boost. That might force them into the site. Car positions a threat. A good counter flash. So many bodies in the site. It looks like NaVi have clawed it back. All onto Simple now. Perfecto worked with him to get him to this point, and they have to get across. A great flash should initiate the plant. They're still not across, Chad. And he's hit the first onto CS, and magnificent shooting. Trajectory Gate has to plant in 15 seconds, and Simple.
It's shallow.
Yeah, he fires off a warning shot though, so Gade will know what he's up to. Hitting the wallbang, he's dead on the money. Gade knows the hunt is coming. Timing is everything on his fight. Precision required from the new addition to Big Clan, and it's a tag down to the USP. Gade will convert. And Simple, a little hard done by there. The box saving the Dane's life.
Nice clutch there by Gade.
Huge.
A necessary one here to keep that AWP alive. Wouldn't have been possible otherwise. And it was pretty brawly, right? Boomich there being a jarring force, and it got that close with Electronic giving up what felt like a freebie, right? So 5v4 advantage for Big to work with. They convert in the end.
When we brought up Season 13 stats as well from Group C, just it blew my mind and reminded me of what Gambit were up to with their, what was it, 5v4 win percentage was 80-something? Like you lose that opening frag, you're just going to lose. They'll make sure you lose the rest of those players.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I think Gambit has kind of filled that void of the percentage Counter-Strike that Astralis left when all these roster changes came in. So Gambit have picked up that torch, and they're definitely running with it. I think NaVi are getting there, but with a bit more flair as the big man himself.
Oh, he's well aware of what's coming his way. Flash is a bit high. He might be caught out here. Oh, he didn't expect them to be so far forward, and they've already got one. Trying to isolate an aggressive stance out of Perfecto costs him his life, and Keto and Tizian have done a lot there. And NaVi refused to give them control of mid doors. The smoke to deny.
You kind of want to go B here. You know, Bit is the only B defender, but now Electronic pushing up close doors.
He's got so much to do. So much to do. Gade was ready for him as well. Where is this aggression coming out of NaVi? 60 seconds he walked through that smoke. Gade greets him with a smile. And now it gets a bit weird. So Bit's going to have to be responsible for a lot.
Boomich has heard him.
Did he?
Yeah, he has. He's heard these steps. Surely he has now. No,
well,
maybe he hasn't.
Spotted. I don't think so. I think Boomich is about to get spanked.
I swear it looked like he heard him there for a second.
He acknowledged it, yeah.
Okay, well, strange one now is Bit left in a 1-on-3. I think this is a big round every day of the week. Bit agrees. We'll have to save. And just some odd timings there. You know, Simple crossing the doors, probably expecting more respect than he got. But Bit will save that AWP.
Will he?
I think that's, yeah, good point, actually. They might try and chase him here. Tabson's already down towards spawn. Gade is going to be working towards T-spawn. So maybe this doesn't actually stay with NaVi.
Gade's the most promising by a large margin. Let's see if Gade...
wiggle on.
Yeah, Bit's far too wise for any of that.
Ooh.
Oh, had to hit that one, and he should be fine.
Should be fine now for sure. Now, I think here one of the things that you have to consider if you are NaVi and you have Simple is that there's no way they're going to be peeking me, but Big have Sirison. So they have a lot of confidence in their AWPer as well. On a map like Dust 2, just the presence of a good AWPer is what keeps CTs kind of on the leash, right? I can't over-peek. I can't get too brave about how I want to approach some of these angles. You either need a flash, you need a little jiggle, you need something.
And a great example of that is watch Simple's T side, James T side. You just witness how quickly it can completely cage a CT side when you know that there's still that AWPing presence patrolling.
Well, here's the AWP on Simple. Now he needs to find some impact here. Bit saved this for him. Already being called to help Boomich at long right now, so they're going to be boosting him up towards the site. Short, a problem. Long, also an issue. A three-man stack from NaVi over towards B, as they hope that Simple's AWP will push them to that side of the map. But when Big have long control here, we normally see them just press the issue, whether it's quick or slow. They'll take their time. They'll use their superior utility here and their forces to get across. And NaVi, they're calling their bluff on that.
We call this the NaVi Dust too, right? Like the all-in long.
That's what they were just doing at Katowice in 2020, right? They were just going long, going long, going long. So if anyone's going to know how to counter it, it should be NaVi. it's just so difficult. Like, without a whole lot of utility, which they have one nade on Perfecto, and they don't even have a flash to pop through the smoke here. The biggest thing that's going to help them is the time.
Okay, well, they're starting to progress, and there's Boomich's jiggle for info. He's spotted a whole lot. It seems like it is going to be a very quick cross. Not slowing down, it's a all-in maneuver, and Simple's AWP patrolling. Perfecto's nade has actually finished off the job onto Keto, combined with an AWP tag. So now they know where Simple is. AWPing short. What is he supposed to do now? Because the bomb is going to be planted uncontested. I mean, what? Electronic could try
maybe a little
very
jump, I don't know.
Jumpy P250, but it's not easy to do. His wallbangs are dead on, just the angle not going to be rewarded. Have to be straight up on that fight. Yeah, Simple wants to save this, surely.
Yeah, it could be worth getting out of there now. Oh, they've given another here. They have the number advantage. They're ushering him out of the bomb site, so Operation Save Simple. They've done a little bit of damage, right? They took away 2 rifles. I guess that's enough.
Electronic's been dispatched to try and get a little more. Woof. Like, if he could force another rebuy, this a nice snappy Glock. Keeps hold of his AWP.
Get a bit frisky there. So bomb is going to go off. The scoreline will be tied up 4-4. And this is good from Big, keeping things level early here. I'm pretty sure, let me double check. As I was having a look at some of the results this morning, I think the last time these two teams went head-to-head on Dust 2, NaVi absolutely rattled them. This was at the Blast Premier Spring Finals. It was Dust 2, and NaVi beat them 16-2. That was Big's pick. So they've already done better than last time round here, Big Clan.
Already. Different look out of the German squad so far. So Tizian wants to try and sell the battle for long. Searson typically holding short. He's doing the same thing this time from an alternate angle. And it does seem like NaVi knows something's up. Look at the rotations. Like, Simple's responsible for doors now. They've already tucked a bit back into B. And he's ready for a reactionary incendiary.
We might get Simple versus Searson at mid doors here. Keto's actually the one ahead of the pack. Hinge smoke about to be dropped here. You have to be quite quick about how you do that these days. Now working on this short control, and they will get it for free right now. Tabson is on his lonesome. Simple's actually going to be setting up the boost with the electronics. So, look, they're going to be in the wrong place. It's going to be a B pounce.
Yeah, Big have actually faked out NaVi again. This has got to be a stunning set of double kills from you, mate. Perfecto, he's delivered one.
Oh, needed that.
Does get the second, even a dink into Gade. He's kept it relatively competitive, but I'm not sure NaVi want to go for this. They'd love to contest in our 9th round of play. They're floating towards the doors. It's not like they're not going to have a look. Kit's present, couple of flashbangs, a re-smoke on the doors. Does shave a little bit too much time off of that clock. Oh, we heard the pin. Boomich knows there's one close car. NaVi are going to walk through on the flash. Gade booked. Searson, big box, and he's down 2. They have to be getting a wriggle on. Tabson's coming from behind.
Electronic has the kit.
Yeah, and Boomich spots him out. They get the kit, they get the diffuser. Lovely B retake, a late one at that. Not often you get to see that pay off.
Yeah, it looked like they were almost let in there for a second, right? It was fantastic in terms of, hey, who's going to clear what? Boomich going straight in, glued to the left-hand side of those doors. The fact that Searson is just pinned towards the big box, he can't contribute anything whatsoever. So a great little retake here. We'll check it out from Boomich's POV. Runs on in. Good spacing, good pathing from everybody there. They're not grouped up. They can't get multi-fragged. And a great retake. You don't see a B retake coming in too often. So it wasn't a save round, everybody.
I was flabbergasted when I saw that
they
were going for it. He pushed it through the smoke.
Boomich giving himself a lot of room here to work with at long, getting onto the other side of the doors. It's early info too. That molly, when it subsides, Big will be able to hear these jumps, and while those bullets are noted by Boomich as well.
Well, he's just a brave boy, isn't he? He might go again. You wouldn't go again, you naughty boy. Boomich wants info. Now he drops his smoke. He could get pushed through. Oh, dude, their flash was perfect. Like, if they chose to, he would have been a dead man.
We sent them packing, right? They're not going to knock on that door. That smoke is up for another, what, 10 seconds from now. Starting their jaunt down middle here.
Probably the least enviable position for a CT to have to play is this uncertain CT role. I mean, when there's nothing, there's nothing. When there's something, there's usually everything. Flashes, smokes, and an entire T side. Dabson's trying to keep the pressure up on long, and oh my lordy lord. That's more than pressure, and just like that, a flurry of frags across the map. That's great. Good catch from our ops team as well. You can see the reaction immediately upon the arrival of the frag from Long. Electronic with his pants around his ankles and his knife out.
Well, it's on Perfecto. They're coming to his bomb site here, and he's out of position to spam. Not good enough to convert anything whatsoever. Damage done to Gate, a little bit to Keto, and now it's just simple. Tizian will take him down 2, and a huge round from Tizian. Just strolling out mid off of that contact on Long, takes 2 down, and really sets Big up for their 5th. So great stuff there to respond and to break the bank of NaVi here going into the next round of play. You thought it was too good from Boomich towards Long early, but Tabson on his lonesome, in-game leader on in-game leader action.
I mean, just from the initial 10 rounds, like Big Clan have straight up got the respect of NaVi to the point where they're faking them out. You know, like they are playing a convincing T side where one of the wisest of the bunch are being fooled.
Yeah, I wonder, like, because they went for that aggressive maneuver early with electronics, so they're not getting that type of space. I wonder if they just go back to the standard, like, 2-man dark creep, because we know that's a little bit safer. Look, it's not a safe push by any means, but it's a little bit safer than strolling out middle or short, where Sirison could be AWPing from a magnitude of different positions.
If I close my eyes and pretend we haven't done any Dust 2 yet, I'd say, oh, NaVi starting CT's side. They're going to really struggle with mid, because Simple can just post up, and he's just such a nuisance. The amount of times we've seen him hit those wall bangs on the hinge smoke, I've seen him lock down any sort of attempt through that mid doors, but like I said, Big Clan, the way in which they've been doing their T-side pressure has usually left mid as a bit of a second thought.
Yeah, if you can push Simple around the map, so his AWP is having to be a supportive element for somebody else, then it means he can't impact when you're going for those mid to Bs or you're going for those cat takes when he's somewhere else. So he's down again already. This is looking good for the 6th round for Big. And this would be a huge scalp to take for Big.
I mean, yeah, this would be huge for their project of taking top 3 as well.
Yeah, the group is still quite open at the moment here. I think Yanko was talking about NaVi and FaZe, you know, being the cream. Well, not the cream. The 2 are at the top of the group so far, right? Yeah. So if we just continue with form as we had right now, those 2, let's say that they get through in 1 and 2, or at least guarantee the top 3, and then it's probably between Mouse Sports, Fnatic, and Big. So that's why for Big, this could be a huge result.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 2 games left. One is NaVi, one is Mouse. I think you'd want to take both Ws if you wanted to be competitive for that Group C top 3. They're coming for you.
Easy peasy. Okay, cleaned up. 6 now. And this is where NaVi are the ones who are either going to continue to do more of the same. All right, guys, let's just keep doing this default CT setup, or they might go for a mix-up. They might throw a bit more of an aggressive maneuver. Now, it's not that they haven't been throwing different moves. They definitely have. Just none of them are completely out of the box just yet. So I'm talking about something unorthodox. You can see the big boot camp. Sirison, he's with them. He wasn't with them.
He's arrived.
No, he's there now.
He's not got his bloody dongle on his for his webcam.
The 5G router that he borrowed from a mate. Imagine a pro gamer not having good internet in 2021.
And yet, I swear, like 10 years ago, people you were playing with had 2 internet lines just in case one went down.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
You got to be ready. Okay, well, looks like they're postured for this B setup again. Boomich has all the info over towards Long. Electronic and Simple duoed over towards A, but it's the B hit one more time. Here we go. Nade's coming through.
Perfecto, don't forget, you got 2.5 with a FAMAS, and now equipped with the M4. He's caught a very early Keto, and Bit, oh, the element of surprise. He stands to deliver another. They know Perfecto was in B. Surely they'll clear him. They're looking the wrong way. And Big Clan get absolutely demolished on their arrival to the B site.
A little bit confuzzling right there that they weren't ready for Perfecto over towards Car as well, considering he got that kill from Tallbox. How many places could he have gone? Either slips out the doors really, really quickly, or his Car with Bits. So maybe communication for Big there being all over the shop. But that is the NaVi response, and it wasn't through anything unorthodox. It was just through 2 players locking down that B side. So standing the test over towards B.
Dude, they've got a Krieg on CT side. Back in the day, that was a real threat.
Like a treat.
It was a real treat. And there are some positions I'm sure that it will bang. Perfecto, you can just sit at that B box, sit way back plat,
double AWP as well here, so Bit's brought out his secondary.
Simple knows what Searson's up to, right? Like, I think we've seen him play like End of Suicide, lower tons. His responsibility early on the default is short. And Simple, he's like willing to take that fight. He's hoping someone gets a bit pushy or they try and boost Searson up for the fight. So he's hanging out in that little off angle, just under the lip of potential engagement. 3 members floating towards Boomich's long smoke, and it looks like they do want to go and clear that out.
Boomich has to be very careful here. He's already conceded 1 death towards long. That the chain reaction that was set off was a NaVi round loss. And he's just on the corner, so ideally spot and fall, Boomich.
Come on now, what's he supposed to do? He does manage to find a frag, a 1-for-1, certainly competitive, and Simple called to action. Can he stop the pit drop? The answer is no. Is short covered? The answer is also no. Electronic's gonna have to be responsible for that. Lots of util drop towards Simple's location. Oh, he needs a safe haven. He's got a little bit of a gap. And a missed shot out of Simple. He won't get a second chance onto Keto. Bomb now loose, and Big Clan looking a little worse for wear. Still big frag out of Gade here. Big frag out of Gade, but Perfecto's Krieg too sharp. And now the bomb lost long, and Searson just doesn't have the time to contribute. He's just going to be hanging out looking to save.
Yeah, it'd be lucky if they dropped into his line of sight here. Perfecto's about to call short clear. Simple's been locking down long, just playing behind the smoke, and well, this one is done. So 7 now for NaVi. And Searson was doing what we're talking about with patrolling and covering off those rotations. He just couldn't find all the impact he needed. Boomich, the fact he's hung around and he's got a kill there, like the smoke on the corner, you have to feel for him. The reason he's playing around it is for info. He's playing for info.
So it's not a pure fake, he has to know.
Yeah, and the fact he gets 1 means that it's definitely justified. If he didn't get 1, but he got the info, probably not worth it. But the fact that he gets that info, gets the kill, it all starts to fall apart there for Big.
Oh,
Tabson looking not very happy with how that one unfolded.
I think those last 2 T rounds, don't forget, 2 fully bought up rounds, and both of them have kind of fallen apart at the seams. The B take was clumsy, and then they've responded with an attempt at a late long, where a single FAMAS and then Simple sent you packing.
Interesting to see what happens here, because a timeout has been called. There is enough money right now if you are Big to get out an AK on Keto and Gade, and then Tizian and Tabson can go pistols with util, and that's what they've opted for here. So they're able to keep this one threatening. Over there for NaVi, still making the guns work. Double AWPs retained and brought out for 1 more time here. Round number 14 getting underway. Now, it's back towards this B hit. They're just trundling through Upper Dark, and very noisy about this as well. If they're expecting the double AWP setup in play again, which it is, they could overrun Bit here. That could be name of the game. It's tucked in towards window in a timely manner. And they're slinking out the doors.
Okay, mid to B smoke is there, and Bit, he's going to be the element of surprise. Ooh, they jiggle it perfectly. I can't believe he's gone for a repeat there. He's lucky to be alive. And Big are coming.
They're in trouble.
They're coming in thick and fast. A boost might help, but they're already knocking on the B door, and Electronic with 1. It's Keto that takes the site for Big Clan, though. A double entry. Tizian to plant. And yeah, NaVi are going to have to save all of their schmeckles. So that's quite the response. After 2 real flat dud T rounds, Big Clan on the ropes, recover with a, a higgledy-piggledy buy.
Yeah, and it's worked out greatly for them. I think they just identified what CT setup NaVi are likely to run with again. I understand if they can quickly flash that AWP back off the line, they're able to scurry over towards that B bomb site, close the distance. It all comes down to Perfecto. And you were talking about that Krieg. Sure, it's great if they want to fight you 1 at a time from Upper Dark, or if you're posted out the doors looking down to mid. But when you're getting swarmed, right, that fire rate can become a bit of a problem here. Can't be here, there, and everywhere like you would with an M4A4. Bomb goes off, tie things back up at 7-7.
Here's an alternative pitch for you.
Here we go.
So you know how you were like, we were having like a debate about M4 and M4A1 and why you should, shouldn't necessarily be able to choose between them from the same buy menu. And you're talking about committing to something before the game. What about you could choose between the AUG and the M4A1 and the Krieg, as like an alternate to the AK?
Okay.
They're both there.
But the prices would obviously have to be as they are.
Like, as in you choose whether you have the AUG to fall back on or the M4A1.
Okay.
Prior to starting.
Yeah, that's curious.
That's not bad. Tabson, that's not bad either. Oh, and he sticks around for the greed. Boomich wanted info. He catches way more than he bargained for. And I felt like 9-6 after those first 2 barrels spotted. Seriously, and that's
Doesn't need to hit the shot.
yeah, I guess it was just to make sure Electronic wasn't ready for the Keto frag.
I think Big are going to take this one.
Yeah, I was calling 9-6 when I saw those rounds fall apart.
It's going to be 8-7 here. Big is setting himself up very pretty here for the second half of play. This is their map choice. It is just Perfecto to find right now, and he only has a Deagle.
Bang. Lovely stuff, Clan. Definitely demonstrating an ability here, an affinity to compete. Now, the long commit, it is
a classic at this point.
A bit of a classic.
We've seen a lot of it in that first half, seen a lot of it from NaVi.
But it hinges on the Perfecto and bit rolls.
Now, Perfecto, oof, on LAN, I remember he had a round where he did exactly that but got 3 kills, and he was very poised. This time round, he's dead as a doorknob. Now, they're going straight across long as expected. 2 HEs. We saw that out of NaVi, Profit.
Yo, but Bit is going... I mean, Keto should have him. That's the reason he exists. A nice attempt at the flank, but cut short. And Big Clan, they've crossed their T's, they've dotted their I's, and... there's nothing much more for Simple Electronic to do about this one. Yeah, an armored P250 does not get Simple far.
We got nothing.
Yeah.
Just the plant. Not any kills, no extra $300 bonuses going on through. I think for the P250, it's one way that the Ts can level up the field against the CTs with the USP. It's also still bloody hard, right? So those USPs, very, very deadly.
USP.
Now let's see, do we get the NaVi force buy coming out the gates for round number 2 here in this second half? Or will we see something a little bit more conservative? So a great one there from Tabson. First bullet out of the pistol. For both of those players right there. Keto doing the same. Crispy, crispy one-taps. The point-and-click adventure of the USP. Just about breathing, guys. Just stay calm, put your crosshair on their head, and click.
So you get, yeah, late armor purchase out of Bit. We will get 2 AKs in play. Electronic dropping 1 for Bit. Perfecto set up by Boomich. Simple, an armored scout. This is a threatening buy from NaVi. Let's see if...
Similar to Biggs, right? But they had an extra Galil in the mix. I think that came through the kills that they were able to get, right? So there's little difference makers. Can be reflected in the buy quite heavily. If they just take short control here, they can execute onto the A side. The biggest gun they have to get past, well, is Tabson with an MP9. Sirison helping with his scout. And we've already seen him on the T half hit some great shots on retaking CTs. Now, as a defending CT against the Ts, this is the more normal type duel. But here we go. They're just going out before the nades. They're straight out.
Sirison greets him with a smile. That nade looks great. Very brutal for NaVi. Where is their health gone? Look at this, they're forced to extinguish it. They're going to have to surely get turntail and run.
Find that second AK if you can.
Yeah, you try your best. This could cost Simple a great deal, and now he's up against that scout from Sirison. He is on notice. A wallbang could put him down, but he does tap the Sirison head. Sirison needs a whole lot, excuse me, Simple needs a whole lot more of that.
Get that bomb down if you can here, Bit.
Bit, what is he doing? He wants to take an aggressive stance, and it's just led Taps into another. Multiple targets, just the tip of the head is all Keto needs, and call it 10. Big Clan passed the test of the NaVi force.
Oh dear, all right. Well, they tried to play ahead of the smokes and flashes there, NaVi, catching the A defenders off guard, because if they're playing a smoke molly defense of their own, they're waiting for the util, then they lob out their own, but they managed to get it off in time, and look at this, Sirison didn't get caught off guard, able to hit 2 shots as they're coming out there. Great stuff from him, almost dispels them immediately here, and then the combination of utility slows them on down. They make it into the site, but they're battered and bruised. And we're going to call that 10 for Big now. It should even be the 11th. Just these light upgraded pistols, P250s, Deagle, Tech 9. Couple of smokes and a flash. NaVi would have to pull off something quite spectacular here to hurt Big.
That's not out of their wheelhouse, champ. So they know there's a scout mid, and I'm sure it'd be tempting to try and isolate them. You can see Electronic's gone for a way downtown smoke grenade. Similar to how Big Clan were doing their mid to Bs, and that's a cancel, I think. CT. Oh.
Goodbye.
They
That's
just
the bomb.
Lost
Might
the
need
bomb,
that.
actually. Yeah, roasted up. Bit of a hazard having the bomb so close to those flames.
Yeah, how did it not explode?
I don't know. I think the health department's going to be really upset about that.
The health department?
Yeah, this the safety inspectors of Dust 2.
All right, yeah, they come through.
It's at night, you know. I mean, you haven't seen Dust 2 at night, but they have.
We could just have Night Dust 2. people do very good stuff. They change the skies.
They do. The skybox.
Get some floodlights in there.
Don't tell anyone, but I used to play with a modded skybox when I competed in COD.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They made the sky as bright blue as possible so I could see the nades in the sky.
Get the Call of Duty police out
I
here
think, honestly,
right now.
I mean, give them a ring.
Lauren would be so disappointed in you.
Yeah, and I used the web next bind. That's right. To cancel my reloads. Scum.
I used to use stop sound in 1.6.
There you go. Well, it's good. It's a safe space. It's good to get it out. I can still remember the command, the little script you type in.
Well, the guns are out for NaVi here, and this map, I don't think it's gotten away from them by any means, but they're going to need a one on the board soon. Sirison flashed, AWP strikes, Bit is down.
Two pretty frustrating deaths back-to-back for Bit.
Yeah, and they've even got 4 players over towards this A bomb site right now, Big. Look, Tabson's in CT, I'm aware, but he can get over real quick.
Yeah, Sisson's going for, like, re-sweeps, re-clears. He'll peek off the flash. That sounds like a good cue to post up. One across, certainly possible, and that's Boomich. Isolated from his squad now as the smoke comes in. It implies a re-aggress, so he tucks in for potential aggressive maneuvers. Now, we're at that 45-second mark, Chad, and
yeah, real problems now.
Getting awkward. Oh, they can't even leave. They want to go towards the doors, and Keto's the one that does deny initially. He took a big headshot into Electronic, which does soften him up for the Tabson wall bang. And that was a 2v4. I really don't fancy their chances here. Boomich and Perfecto in a bit of a dire strait.
You want to say save, but not even that's possible, I don't think.
Yeah, Searson tested by Boomich. He's begging for a frag onto the A site. And using those smokes to close the gap.
I think Tizian's won the round here. I know this is going on. It's a big fight on A, but Tizian's in T-spawn.
Yeah, unless he
oh, he's going to make it. Wait, he's going to make it. The fact that it was the MP9, I didn't even click on that. Okay, they will get the bomb down.
They will, with 1 second to spare.
Quickly now, Perfecto.
1 second to spare. Yeah, he's got it down. Gade CT, Tizian mid. Oh, and
what
Boomich
a turnaround.
This is a Boomich round, exclusively. He walked in on the Searson AWP, and now suddenly a role reverse. It's Tizian, and he's just got to walk through the smoke. Great shot out of Tizian. Oh, he can come up clutch, and he does with the spray. Oh my God, NaVi did so much right. Tizian's just better.
Oh my Lord. I thought he had won the round with the push in T-spawn. It was the second push that gets him the round. Huge stuff from Tizian there. I can't believe it, but the fact that any of those events happened, it didn't feel like it should have gone down that way.
Okay, guys, let's all take a breath and let's use this replay package before we put it together again. So this frag onto Searson, nuts. 14 seconds, then Perfecto doesn't get finished off, brings the bomb, they just get it down, and Boomich is already waiting for the Gade B rotate. But Tizian, he's pushed through that short smoke and commits hard for this second fight. He catches Perfecto completely off guard in the air. But Berlin will get a little loud after that one because they know what that's done to NaVi. The momentum that was about to be built has just been thrown out the window, and that's courtesy of Tizian.
That's a big round to win, and no pun intended right there. So huge stuff, and timeout taken here just to, I guess, take a little bit of a sting out of it, because a round that didn't look like NaVi's then should have been NaVi's. And Big are up on this little pedestal now, just 4 more rounds required. NaVi will be able to buy back in, this time with the simple AWP. No more funny business with that scout. But it's still going to be difficult now for NaVi to get back into things. Get one here, they can rattle that economy. Going for a 4-man A lean one more time. Keto to solo B during all of this. Pressure applied long. Gade, Tabson, and Tizian to respond, but they will call this one clear.
Good start for Big Clan. Nade down the gullet. Electronic forced off of his long doors project.
Run boost and a flash. Well timed. Sirison this time not getting away with an opening kill. So they've been able to garner this short control and keep the 5v5 alive.
Early as well. You've got so much time to play with already denying that info from the CT. Simple. This is where I see some of his best work. He can post up on this. Let's see how well-trained Gade is. He's now back to the tier 1 realms. Let's see if he's already got it well drilled. When he gets smoked off, what's his reaction? Plays around it, a flash to relocate, and
ooh.
It does seem to be a one-on-one right now. In the smoke, he lingers. Just flirting with the edge of that smoke. Keto called upon Gade. Wow, wow. Gade gets the frag. Lives on. Keto caught on the B rotate.
They know B's clear now, though.
If Perfecto just runs in knife out, it might even be a save.
Oh, Tizian's pushing long again here.
Yeah.
The image needs to go now.
And he will. doesn't know he's vulnerable and finished off by the Tizian flank. So they've got the B site. A B retake asked of them, and yeah, shot fired from Simple confirms that the B site is on lock. Nice split of the resources. Tabson from window, Tizian from the tons. Molly isolates.
Oh, he trusted the Molly too much.
He completely did, and Simple asked to clutch. Look how far away Searson is. If Tizian doesn't get this frag, I don't know if Searson's even going for it. Now he's starting to come out of his hidey hole. He's left his roost. And Simple knows what's up. I don't know if this barrel's been spotted. I suspect it has. And loud there from Searson. The crawl from Tizian. A missed shot, baits the shot. Big Clan say play on. 13, a retake into the B side.
Ooh-wee, all right. Just fumbled that one right there. Perfecto, I think he thought the Molly was enough to keep Tabson away, but playing ahead of it, able to be extremely annoying. That gave away not a free kill, but an early kill on that B site. And then it's just Simple left in a usually unwinnable scenario. I think the only reason most of us at home are believing in this is because it was the man himself.
Help me understand that Molotov you're talking about, because so did he throw it from door side and then went window?
No, he threw it through the window, but the thing was it was too deep. So Tabson was still able to jump up on the little ledge and throw that grenade down and apply some pressure. It's hard. The window molly is hard, right? Because a lot of players, when you go into the site, instinctively you throw it on like a tight angle, and then it will actually trickle back into the bomb site and burn you while you're trying to plant. So you need to get it pretty perfect. So just not landing the mark right there, but that's the third timeout called from NaVi here. They are well and truly under the pump. Mirage up next. Nuka's the third, I believe.
Yeah, and I mean, if you were to try and take down NaVi and force this, what is it? Did you see their stats Peta tweeted out? It was nuts in terms of like, I think it's like they're on a 16-0 streak.
Gambit's the only one who can topple them, right? Yeah.
Against anyone other than Gambit.
Yeah.
Like that's...
Yeah, you're okay with that.
So if Big Clan come in and break that streak, they're on a 9-match win streak, including Gambit. 9-match win streak for NaVi. So this Big Clan, if they wanted to complete that and break NaVi in that respect, post their first loss of Group C, it would be a compulsory dust too. Now, Electronic is ahead of the long smoke, so there's a bonus for NaVi. They got some intel.
Oh, they have to be careful about this AWP again. Nade
more
down.
Nade damage.
Yeah, just being chipped and chunked away out. And look at this. They want to fight doors here. Very active stuff here from Big. Tizian's been great. Tizian's been fantastic on this CT side. Look at him go.
He gets both of them on his own.
They're floundering right now, NaVi. They can't seem to find a solution for this. Big are just so active, right? They're actually taking the fight to NaVi. They're not just giving them the respect to take the side control, go for those executes. Tizian doesn't have a lot of kills. It must almost all of his impact has come in this half, right?
Yeah, it must be a stunning second half. Looking at utility damage, credit has to be to Tabson. He's already done 300 utility damage, 200 for Gade. Those nades here on the second half have been stacking up nicely. Good find. Perfecto does deal with that Tizian short player. And Electronic onto Searson does give us a competitive one. Bomb planted. Perfecto opting for ramp side, so nothing in the initial swing here from Tabson. But he just goes hunting, and again he finds the head. So aggressive. Tabson calls it 14. NaVi just can't seem to catch a break here. The Germans just too strong in these mid-rounds.
It's the confidence, right? They're clearly playing with confidence. They're not being scared in taking these fights. And they're more than happy to go for aggressive maneuvers. And that is just netting them these jewels that NaVi don't look ready for time and time again. Look at this push behind the molly. They were also applying pressure mid-doors. That is fantastic from Tizian to get to. Yeah, they trade out efficiently. They get them into the site. They get the bomb down. We'll see another NaVi buy for sure, but rattled right now and running out of responses here. Going to be hard to see how Big are going to contend on Mirage, considering they banned it in the other two series they played so far. But this is great for map number 1, and if we get to Nuke, anything's possible here today.
They banned it in every series so far, so what was so scary from NaVi?
They didn't want to play NaVi's Ancient, right? So far, the teams who have picked Ancient, we had FaZe Day 1 against Mouse, they lost it, and then Mouse Day 2 against NaVi, they lost it. So I was curious to see how that Ancient map is still playing into the veto factor. Last time out called from NaVi here. Last opportunity to come up with any maneuvers. Now, they don't have great B spawns. Take a look at that radar. The only player close towards long was Bit. Means they can't go for the all-in long play. just operating now with the standard default spread. Simple with the Krieg, has to make loot with of the AWP that he cannot afford. Electronic long, Boomich, Palm Tree, Perfecto and Bit through the tunnels. And Big, well, they're just doing a standard setup here. Tabson is floating around mid doors early this time round, so I think they feel like they've bought enough of a buffer to short just with that Sirison presence there quite frequently.
And I talked about Tabson's utility damage and how he's the top of the scoreboard, but just seeing the nerdy lineup he has for the lower tons walk-up is promising. NaVi have avoided that for now, and Tizian's surely going to have to give up on long. He doesn't have the info. He doesn't have the info. Is he just dry peeking for the clear? And yeah, okay, that one is NaVi's all day long.
Need to be careful. Sirison's top A with the AWP.
Yeah, he could do a lot of damage here, and he's already got one from the scope rifle of Tabson. Oof, big find. AK works wonders.
Oh, he's in no man's land.
He just reloads in front of them all. Simple does find it, but it seems like Big Clan are still kicking up a fuss. Throw the bomb across or get there as best you can. A quick incendiary to buy time. And he's got, what has he got? The smoke for the cross, a little bit of a one-way action.
Nade as well.
Bomb has been planted.
Cade starts his crawl. Simple knows exactly where you're coming from. More nade damage. Simple, this is great from Simple. A quick execution of the first. Keto's lost him around the smoke. A multi-kill still on the menu. Never mind, Simple's Krieg looking good today. 3 from Simple as he does to keep NaVi at least with their head above water.
Well, that is their first T-sided round so far. You know, since we've switched on over, the score was 8-7 in favor of Big. They've been able to get 6 consecutive rounds out the gate here. And that's going to take a lot of hard work from NaVi to even get them back in the conversation for this map.
Yeah, and I don't think they can count on a Tizian, as they say in League, a face check.
Okay.
I don't think they'll count on a Tizian long face check.
Good. Yeah, okay. I think I know that term.
Yeah.
You can count on this, though. Running up mid with USPs, you can really count on this.
Right. There's nothing to get worried about. Right.
I'm pretty worried right now if I'm a NaVi fan.
Oh, dear. Now, that's the bomb, right?
Minute 30, both the CTs are in spawn.
And they've got a Krieg and powerful headshot angles.
Boomich only has a Mac 10 coming in for this. Tizian's not looking right now. He can catch him off guard. The blind side, he needs to be careful.
I love the gap. He's managed to kind of
Tizian.
get within that Mac 10 range. Oh, they know where the last is now. This should be the NaVi soul. Okay, well, Blade puts his belt back on, and everyone can relax a little bit.
That almost got wildly out of control. They just trusted Sirison's scout, which got a kill up middle and then just flooded up. That's
catapulted them up.
That's some crazy level Counter-Strike here. So this is the opener. Oh, dearie me. The headshot onto Bit and then just flooding on up with these USPs. Lucky Simple gets 2, but eventually they're too much. Boomich very active. And put that together with Perfecto here. They do close this one down in style. Simple. Okay. He didn't like how last round went. See you later, Gade.
You really don't want to make Simple angry. Citizen's looking for info here on the tons. I imagine he's not going to full commit to this. He looks like he might. Oh, Perfecto dancing in the off angle. Still Citizen thrives. Very quick. It shouldn't translate into much more, though.
Yeah, just go A right now. There's an AWP over towards B. It's just pistols on this A site.
Oh, more Tizian. More Tizian action. Oh, he had his opportunity. Flubbed smoke, but that forces him out of the line. And Searson's AWP to be saved. If they didn't smoke, he might have had something to say. And
looked like he was tracking there for a second, didn't it?
I think he's just got a perfect read of how that smoke crosses the most likely pace of the T.
One of the keys here that I just want to talk about and why the scoreline could be sitting at 14-9, about to be 14-10, is it's not Simple they've really kept a lid on. He has 21 kills. It's Electronic and Bit. Those two combined only with 18.
Truth.
Now, those individuals play some key roles on that CT side, and as well on this T side, you're going to be looking for Electronic to find you that creepy, beaky long territory, and Bit to find you some entry frags that take short control. So they've been a little bit lacking in that department, but not dead yet.
That's not an easy shot to hit by any stretch. Level 1 zoom. Simple the Hunter has delivered an AWP for Big Clan, and I don't think he'll retrieve it. Tizian eliminated and Simple's AWP saved. Okay, NaVi starting the difficult project of recovering from a very strong Big Clan posting.
Now, these 2 rounds were still had an element of scariness about them, right? Because the scout and then the AWP of Sirison, right? So now we get to see the full guns come in, and this is where Big really would just like to close down any conversation about a comeback, right? Tapson, unfortunately, only has an MP9. The rest are into the rifles.
Yeah, force the rebuy out of Sirison, though, so this will completely evacuate the coffers. They're going to have nothing left. Ooh!
That's what we need from Bit.
Yeah, and that's a Tapson frag gone already. Repeak, Sirison, aggressive. I think they thought he dropped off. They were trying to take some space, and it's not the play. B is wide open for the taking, and Perfecto dispatched to have a look. Oh boy, Simple has to hold down this rotate, but he's got the bomb on his back. They smoke it off so they can return to the fray. Gade with a deep clear confirms mid doors is still under CT rule.
It's like a tortoise race right now. Nobody wants to make any footsteps, right? So whoever has the goal to get towards that B bomb site first might win this round. Gade staying parked towards the B double doors, and it looks like Big are gambling, right? If it's a mid to B or if it's an A hit, they've got the lion's share of their forces there, but if it's a B attack, it should just be the safe call. Smoke out for the mid to B. Gade can be the difference maker here if he gets 2.
Kept a lid on it.
And that should really be it, because if you're Big, you're risking a lot here to go for this. Unless you get gifted a freebie, somebody not being careful around the smokes, you might just let NaVi have this 11. They're starting to take a bit of territory. Look at the radar in your top left. You can see Keto was clearing out top mid. The rest of his teammates, wow, they look like they wanted to join him, but it will be that save call. Now, in the next round of play, the loss bonus is going to be 2,900 for Big. Right? This is a situation where they could have another buy behind these rifles. You can get some drop Famuses. You could invest into yourself lightly, right? You've got 2 options here. You can either fully invest and get everybody with the best you can, or everybody in the next round, you get a Deagle on Tabs and a Deagle on Gade, Sirison, Keto, and Tizian don't spend a penny. And then that way, if the max loss bonus in the round to come after that, everybody will be able to buy, right? So you get like half the players with rifles and then everybody with rifles.
I like that option more.
Yeah.
I like that option. But when you're on 14 and you're in pursuit of 2 more rounds, I don't know. I think I'd rather keep it conservative. Navi's gap is closing quick. It wasn't that long ago we saw them post their first 2 rounds. Well, now they're boasting 4 in a row. Not for lack of trying. This was Gade. Had it been a double, as Chad highlighted, they may have given it a good look in. But it went a big frag from the traded death of Electronic. You were highlighting him, and yeah, he's still been very quiet as a product of the CT's performance as opposed to necessarily just him. 14 for Big as they call their second timeout. So still 2 rounds separating them after a solid haul on the first half, an 8-7 half. With that 1 round buffer. Looks like Big are going to keep it relatively light outside of the saved rifles.
Yeah, so they've just had that same conversation that we just had right there. They've realized, okay, we can almost get a 2-for-1 special here. Don't need to go all in, don't need to press the issue. At some point, the risks will come, right? The risks will have to come, and that's when the pressure is on for both teams. But still, the pressure is on NaVi not to have too many foot faults just yet. So Big...
They nearly lost to USPs, Chad. They could easily lose to 3 rifles.
Precisely. Now, it's going to be a bit of a mid-boost setup here. The NOA stack in play. Haven't seen this one for a while.
Oh, boy, and he's got vision.
Hello, Governor.
Electronic, another nasty death for him to concede. Even the wallbang is threatening. Perfecto thinks better of it. They're pushing him. Tucks in, wide from Tabson. There's so many bodies on to push, and now weapons are lost. The site perhaps as well. Keto, good spray.
Can't die here.
He really can't afford to die, and even the incendiary's perfect. They're playing retake on this one. Bigger a threat, a very big one. Simple's walking into the,
not clearing.
the party. Yeah, can't even snap into that one. It looks like Big Clan are finding 15 here. If they can convert, I don't see a kit, but that's not really going to make a world of change.
31 HP,
Yeah.
no hope.
No hope at all. Boomage would need a tap. They're already up on the site, and it's easy as that. Big Clan with a couple of pistols will leave with some AKs and a 15th. That is a dream. It looks like Navi's Dust 2 could be falling a little short of the mark here.
Yeah, they're getting rumbled right now. They get this loss bonus of 1,400. The plant's good too. Gives them that little buffer of cash here to be competitive for what could be the final round of play, round number 26. Make that round number 27. The maths ain't on point right here, right now.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget as well, there's been a large break since the officials of Big Clan's last Dust 2. They took the player break, and we've only seen 2 of them so far. 100% win rate since the start of the new season for Big Clan so far.
New player too. So.
New player, precisely, yeah. Fnatic and EG are the only full 5-man Big Clan results. Just 2.
Well, Gate's been tagged here by Simple's AWP on the cross immediately, so that's a good start here for NaVi, but they can only take us to overtime now. Last round, it looked like Big had a pretty good idea of the tendencies of NaVi with that NOA boost punish.
Yeah, right.
Now,
Electronic was just staring at the floor.
they need to push Sirison back without a casualty here on shore, and they've struggled to do so, and he gets another one. Oh dear, it's all falling apart now. Simple down, Boomich down. Could be all over.
Certainly. Electronic might not even clear his corners. Oh my lord, Big Clan have got these boys dead to rights. There's just no gaps. No gaps at all. Can't keep their jewels, and it's been a while since I saw Electronic and Bit looking human. Like looking like, you know, flesh and blood.
Yeah, they've been kept very, very honest in this one right here. Look, there's a minute on the clock. If we want to look towards the positives, they both have the majority of their HP. They have a couple of nades to work with. And if they want to hit this B bomb site, they have to get through Keto and the softened up Gade from Simple's AWP early. If they get into the B bomb site and don't lose a player, maybe.
You've got to be brave. Perfecto's so tagged on the walk up, and yeah, he's down. Keto, the final frag from him, perhaps? Yeah.
Here, you know, Nuke's coming up as the third. You've already guaranteed the distance here in the series. So throw something a little bit different their way. As we fan on out, we'll see Tabson and Gade over towards Connector, Sirison window, Keto towards the B apartments, and Tizian backing him up. 1x bet odds are still favoring NaVi, but it's starting to tip in Big's favor. Ooh, that one isn't. Molly, P250 combo, brutal. As Gade goes down too.
There you go.
Well, there's the headshots, Alex. We love the headshots. Bit in headshots.
It's kind of his thing.
Yeah.
Keto could rumble the whole plan if he took more than one. One insufficient, and Bit knows where you are. Tizian, he's snappy, isn't he? Can't find the head as much as he'd love to, as they both sit there and reload in front of each other. He's trying to get
Which angle, trajectory, how do I,
calculated.
computing. Oh, he's gone. Yikes.
At least he's thrown all his nades. They don't get to use them. Oh no, they get the flash.
We want the flash.
Yeah.
Give me the flash.
Give it to me.
Simple.
You wouldn't go for that. Actually, a knife would be pretty sick in the pistol. Damn you, Tizian. He's evaded the extra 1,500.
Oh, Bit picked up a smoke and a flash there. So handy little pickups on the way out the door for Bit. And that's more like the NaVi we're expecting. The P250 of Simple finding some impact on this T-sided pistol. Didn't happen over there on Dust 2. They were actually quite neutered on their T-sided pistol of Dust 2.
Just want to take a quick moment to remind everyone that if you're not being a Hydra homie today, you should be. If you're getting a bit frowny, if you're shouting at people or being a bit snappy, maybe you're just dehydrated, bro. Or sis.
I think most of us are dehydrated.
Oh yeah, well, pretty much all the time, I think. Yeah. And yeah. Looks like Boomich is up to his usual antics on Mirage. He's going to be holding W towards Connector a lot, so Tizian. Oh, a preemptive smoke that actually fills me with some confidence for this B defense. Yeah, here we go. They're in. And they're out. NaVi, oh dear, completely evaporate. They're nothing but vapor in the air. A fully bought up squad, and already frustration's gonna start bubbling up. Big Clan fight back with a vengeance, yikes.
I kind of want to let Bit have a crack at this, but the problem is the bomb down, the AK, the 4 HP, yeah, look, it's really just a save call, isn't it? It's unfortunate, and I really want to put a lot of credit on Tabson there. Because he went hyper-aggressive in middle again to take out Boomich before he could get that space, that left NaVi without any options unless they wanted to play a really drawn-out round, and apparently that wasn't what Boomich wanted. So he went down, they ran in towards B, and there was a lot of big players on the scenes with that utility as well, so well handled.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that the smoke reaction out of Tizian as well was compulsory. Dropping that smoke, bouncing it off of the wall by the van, completely nullified any control they would have and should have had.
We're going to get it in the replay, but just watch Tabson just ballsy run out mid on Boomich here. It's like he knew that it was just Boomich, which is fair enough. It was pretty much just Boomich yesterday. Sure, I think he had a helper in Bit with him in some of those rounds.
But the CT side was where Big booked NaVi on Dust 2.
It was.
And maybe that same... I'm really cautious to use the word anti-strat, just because I know it's a very topical word at the moment.
Could be maybe like anti-methodology.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, if you've really taken a look at why Navi's T-sides bang so hard on Dust 2 and Mirage, and you feel like you've found a way to disrupt that, it's going to lead NaVi into this nasty situation where you have to basically create a new game plan. Otherwise, you're going to keep running into the big clan solve.
Yeah, I think it might, like, because a big part of this, Yanko was talking about it yesterday, was Na'Vi running around looking like they're just full of confidence, and that's why they're winning half of the fights they're winning and being able to get into those positions just because they believe that they are going to win those battles, right? So what you're going to do is if you take that away, and that's, let's say that's the A game that Na'Vi is running with, they'll have to go to their B or their C game, which is either we go slower, we're a bit more strat heavy, you know, they have to try and work out what they can get away with instead.
Underpass. Oh, and the flash. They were ready for both of them.
Yeah, he's just fighting.
This force buy cancelled by tabseN. A weapon recovered, thankfully. They'll juggle that around, Boomich to equip it, but look at tabseN. He's ready and willing to completely engage in anything they want to throw down towards this underpass.
Confident
Flash
stuff.
Check, I don't see any. But they have put the AK on Simple, and he's the one that they ask to test the water. Oh, just as tabseN gets himself closer to the monitor, Simple will put him down. And so Na'Vi make it clear that they plan to contest. They know there's an AK in play. Make it 2 now tabseN's AK's fallen into enemy hands.
I suppose the problem is the lack of head armor, right? So going up against the Galil and the MAC-10, still going to be a difficult task here. They're going to need to be shooting first. Feigning presence now with that deep connector smoke, and Boomich looking to weasel his way around it. But the rest of the Na'Vi members look like they want to finish over towards B. Boomich, bit clumsy there with the movement, but he's been, or should have been noted, he is still going to make it into window. He's flanking B. They don't know this is coming right now. No one's looking.
They're just popping. Tizian did so well in the anti-force. Boomich is behind, and what a flank that is out of Boomich. Clumsy, maybe, but Na'Vi have fought back. Fire with fire. Tizian still a threat with the MAC-10. He lives on. Swaps the Deagle. Needs one more bullet to finish the job. Onto Perfecto. He can't do it. Where's the bomb? It's going down. Simple, just in the nick of time, will get it planted. And what a recovery from Na'Vi. They lost the opening frag there. That's a 4v5 turnaround. And the jostling for control of the economy. Oh, Gade, he wants to leave, but Perfecto just chips away. 3 different clicks to secure it.
Yeah, go get that AK if you can here, Perfecto, and that would be a fantastic way to net up round number 3. siRasen looking to save this scout, but it all started so well. The confidence of tabseN, getting them the opening, taking down the saved AK and head armor of Bit. But that confidence ended up being his undoing, and well, then the rest of the round followed with it. They left some massive gaps. Boomich exploited it. Looked like he had made too many sound cues to get away with that one for free, but nobody close enough to hear the audible. Bomb goes off, AK's retrieved, and Na'Vi, well, they have to be happy with this now. Have to just weather the storm of a potential big force buy again.
Yeah, so much of Counter-Strike comes down to when your planned move is being executed and what your opponents are dealing with at the time. I do think as soon as you, like, regardless of what noise Boomich is making, when there's 3 bodies and that your molly in the apps has been extinguished, just reflexively, you are going to be drawing attention to that B side, and it did open up the window for a Boomich flank.
Oh, okay. Big have opted here not to force buy. They've already conceded the force buy wars, so they're just a partial upgrade. They will be able to fully purchase in the next round with the loss bonus. Still going to be tight, but it'll be better than what this round would have reflected. siRasen's scout's already been peppered on down. 3 Deagles, no armor on those, and a bit of a slower pace this time around from Na'Vi. Oh my lord, tabseN has been great. He's gotten the first kill in Connector 3 rounds in a row now.
That's more than you could
know.
No, no.
Come on now.
No.
What's going on here?
Na'Vi, this is not how it's supposed to go. Perfecto having to address the script, but Quito throws him straight out of the play. Oh, and Electronic, they took a big chunk out of you. I think that was a scout shot to him. And Quito will finish the job. Okay, Big Clan don't even need to invest, I guess.
Oh, they are sitting in such a perfect position now. With the little investment that they just made, their buy is going to be beautiful. AKs with head armor, you can get yourself the AWP for siRasen. Everybody has the util. The kits are in play. And Na'Vi are left scrambling again. They're going to try and go for another thrown together buy to keep the force buy wars continuing, even though I guess technically they've already concluded.
Yeah, and tabseN, you're highlighting him and his stats in terms of what he's been contributing in those openings in mid. It might deter Na'Vi from continuing to try. Look, Boomich is only going to go and drop a single nade. No one wants to test out the siRasen AWP or the tabseN rifle.
The key thing is, when tabseN gets that...
Oh,
okay.
Bro.
This is going to be a weird game. You already tell this is going to be a weird game. Look at Gade as well. they just want to fight, right? I think Yanko's onto something with the way that Big are approaching this. Like, whether it's the gamble stacks or whether it's playing with risk, they're doing it, right? They want to just take some fights here. They don't want to allow NaVi to play their game. So if this just turns into a biffy, brawly aim match...
It is. And actually, Tizian's got 3 backs
Lordy.
turned right now.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, dear. It's turned around again. What is this game? Now Keto's taken it into his advantage, and he will convert. Big Clan respond. Searson went down so aggressive.
What was that? That was a 2v5.
Yeah, it was.
That was a 2v5.
And NaVi have already lost an eco. We're 5 rounds in, Chad.
Oh, dearie me.
Let's see this again. Like, he can't believe his luck. Simple and Perfecto get 2, make it 3 because Gade's there as well. 2 players remain.
And they lose it.
And they lose it. Okay, like there is a salt mine worth of salt in the NaVi bootcamp right now. That's such a huge turnaround. And it's the opposite for Big. You know they are feeling the mojo. They're starting to realize that, guys, NaVi bleed and we are already 1-0 up.
Okay, well... I think NaVi have to take the save now, right? You think of how those last 2 rounds where maybe we concede, maybe we get everybody all the goodies. But I kind of want them to force again. I just think this can be just one of those matches where both teams just stand and try and lock in with the knockout blow. They've kept it conservative here. Boomich into a smoke. P250 for Electronic and Perfecto. Simple onto the Deagle. Their turn to try with just the pistols. And look at this. Surely they know they're against an eco. Seriously, just in no man's land with the AWP. It's like he didn't have any help there.
You know, I think you're genuinely onto something. I think the interview would be really interesting if we can ask as to what the game plan, quote unquote, was and how it differentiates from what it normally is.
Yeah, they're just fighting. It's look, different look for Big, but why not? Why the hell not here? They're showing confidence in their individuals.
Yeah, but that's so far from how they used to maneuver. I mean, it
was quite a technical team.
It was, but the conversation about how everyone having to fill some of the void that Xantares' departure has left, maybe this is a good way to just prove to yourselves that you can. Everyone take fights. If you're feeling it, just go for it. A bit more loose. And it stops them from being this rigid CT side that NaVi get to pull and poke and prod around the map. When NaVi's Mirage is working well, Chad, do you know those like, that they do those late like apps util and B and then end up with 3 crawling out Palace to a single isolated Deagle on the default box. I mean, we've seen how good their T-side can look. Let's see how it feels now as the entire squad goes B. Yeah,
so Boomich is going to try and sell another one of these mid fakes here. He needs to get something for his troubles. He flashed across, has gotten the room, about to be mollied out of position. Extinguish is in play, and if they do head B, it is just Tizian on his lonesome right now. Simple lining up a smoke.
Yeah, this could be very quick, very decisive.
It's all on Tizian.
Only Tizian. Only Tizian, and still damage inflicted. He's trying to keep him at bay, caught through the smoke, and now surely Big Clan want to succumb to this one. From short, already bullets are landing. They're on notice. That looks like a really good incendiary from Tabson. That's going to force them into weird open positions as the smoke starts to fade. Tabson books Electronic. Kitchen open for business. Too many men around the chaos of the smoke. And Simple looks like he's done enough to secure it for NaVi. Gade got so many things to clear. He can't find the head. Full commit. Searson's there and
give
aggressive.
It a go. Why not?
Giving it a look in. Tagged up by 1. Simple just stands his ground. Solid conversion. NaVi, which is an all-in B.
Yeah, so right there, the gamble from Big, they just didn't have their players in the right position. In all these other rounds, they've had multiple members in mid really willing to contest. They've been sweeping on through as a team, and everybody just hitting their shots. This time, out-positioned and out-maneuvered by NaVi, 4-3. And the double AWPs brought on out immediately in response by the Germans. So, Searson, we know. Keto, secondary. Their buy is still looking pretty here, and they've only invested in 1 defuse kit on Tizian, so keep your eyes on that if we find the bomb going down again. Aggressive, of course.
Of course. And this time, kept even. Look at the Searson AWP. It's so hyper-aggressive. He's going for more. Oh, he might get it. He might get it. Electronic just sent to the Shadow Realm. Searson returns the advantage to Big Clan's domain.
He slips away as well. So the fact that he's been able to get all that impact early, keep up his life, they still have to worry about his AWP, and they don't know that the secondary of Keto's is currently over towards that B site.
Oh, Simple was waiting for that the whole time, and Searson lives on. He's been given a new lease of life. Elsewhere, Boomich puts his name in the feed.
Oh, Well, they know 2 AWPs now.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That'll just put a lot of pressure onto the rifle of Tizian as well to be in the right place when they strike. Sisson in his blind spot. Boomich is crawling up.
Boomich should have this.
He should. He's played it to perfection, just managing his angle. Slips under the net. And down goes Searson's AWP. Advantage NaVi. Simple still in that palace. Last spotted tagging Searson.
Look at Tizian's push, though.
He hears it. He hears empty steps. Keto, you got to react. Find a safe haven now.
Oh, the timing, the timing, the timing.
No, and he chooses to strike. Now pressure, it's going to catapult Perfecto up the ramp.
They're going to be rushed in this. Keto can get one.
Oh, he knows they're both ramp side. He's in a perfect position to deny. One on the cross is down. Simple got nothing to show for it. He has at least bought time for the Perfecto plant. Down on the default. Tizian coming in from ramp. Perfecto, he's been good for clutches in their first head-to-head. Can he pull another one out of the bag? 1v2. NaVi to be broken here. Kits are present, smoke as well. Tizian crawls, Keto clears. And that's the fight. Tizian wins it out, and Big Clan say play on. Big fines for the Berlin International Gaming.
They're being naughty here, right? They're playing outside of the orthodox Counter-Strike, right? They're just being aggressive, they're taking pushes, they're taking a lot of risks right now, and it's punishing NaVi. It's leaving NaVi in these scenarios where they're trying to course correct by like going for their own overreactions to take the space. They're falling straight into the traps that are being laid here. And even with this kill, it felt like Boomich had done enough, just getting caught on their way to A. Not ready for that flank, and yeah, Perfecto, once he plants, he can't move because he knows the AWP's over towards jungle or connector side, cannot try and transition. He knows the flank's coming in. It comes down to hitting those shots, so frustration definitely starting to build over there for NaVi now as they've gone into a half buy.
Yeah, minor details as well costing them there. Like, Simple, you saw Keto went down, like, lost vision the second he pulled the trigger. Like, if Simple had waited 1 second before he jumped across, chances are you got a very flash Keto. The tiniest of separating details. A long-range Tech 9 has put Searson's Aggie AWP in the dirt. Tabson decides he's not quite done. They continue to contest and they maintain control. Tabson's going to push all the way up.
What's going on? Once they know where you are, they just want to kill you.
Yeah, bloodlusting. A tiny gap. Gade's going to do his best to try and catch a glimpse of the electronic cross. He is all on his own, though. They're trying to sell a bit of an A fake here, and it's working. You don't need to over-rotate. Tizian, he's well-trained. He'll... Oh! Uh-oh. That's only going to sell them even more so. Now, there's no one else home. There's no one else home. Tizian realizes his mistake, but it's too late. He evacuated. And now the bomb can go down. There's no way he's going to be able to contest that. Some space taken, and Simple's Deagle is deadly.
Bomb has been planted.
Big. An unarmored Deagle on Simple. A man advantage for Big. 2 up short. Now imagine, time is NaVi's best friend at this point.
Could be a smoke on the bomb here as well.
He's going to go for the denial. Just hiding in plain sight. Perfecto, the distraction in apps. And already he reveals himself, perhaps a little premature. He does go down. Now Perfecto for the denial. He's got to dance around the side. If he hits this shot, he can deny it.
Oh, he didn't swing!
He didn't right-click. It was right in front of him. Holy schmoly, Perfecto nearly with another 1v3 out of bloody nothing. The reposition, he made it so he had a shot.
Oh, he picked up the M4, so he pulled that out instead of going for the knife? Is that what happened?
Oh my god, I thought he had the most incredible little 1v3, little Assassin's Creed out. He didn't right-click, he swapped. He swapped, he had the back right in front of him.
Oh no.
Yikes. And then he does get that knife kill as a consolation prize, but yeah, that's gonna sour the mood. He has no idea how close he got.
Underpass push.
He's tried this so much.
Let's just go in again, shall we?
Bit.
Oh, the timing! How is this happening?
What
Big gets
game?
one.
What video game is this?
Tizian behind goes down.
What is going on, Chad?
Seriously, just sold his boy out. Okay.
It's not Searson. I mean, they've got the gif of him playing the game, but it's someone else. I don't know who they've hired.
Okay.
The underpass AWP, the standard setup, I guess.
Yeah, they're really just frazzling NaVi. Look how desperate this seems. Like, he's hoping that there's nobody towards A, that they're towards middle. They're just running into this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they'll get a plan. Oh, Keto's good for that. Uh-oh. Tagged up a little heavily, but we've been here before. Simple and Perfecto with better guns this time.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh, he's already slipped close.
Oh, and an uncharacteristic miss. Suddenly the frags are there. They are very low. Big Clan could let this slip away. Simple's already relocated, and Keto with only an AWP trying to hunt. Perfecto fires off a warning shot. He knows and suspects the Simple's there. Now mantled over the smoke, should have an advantage. Perfecto more impact. One-on-one. Simple very low, but he will hit the shot. NaVi recover courtesy of Perfecto's Deeg.
Okay, there we go. Now they've been able to humble Big, right?
Finally.
That close round from Perfecto, only one surviving, then following it up, actually getting across the line. The scoreline's still bloody close. It's just the way that Big are approaching this right now is scary because they just want to take these fights, but they will not be able to do so right now with rifles. Can't believe Bit still gets one there. That is wild. Keto feels like he's been able to salvage the site, but Perfecto with a nice shot and Simple with a few of his own here. So the duo, they do get one out of the two clutches converted, and I think Perfecto now 3 rounds in a row has been involved in... Oh, tabseN has just done it again. tabseN has just done it again. That was A-Ramp. He just drive-by'd A-Ramp with a deagle. But these rounds for NaVi feel like the hardest ones to win. Just the upgrade. They've got the AK. Gade pushed A-Ramp. He has the AK now. And this is where NaVi have just scrambled and fallen apart.
Yeah, what have they got for the B defense? They've been exploited a little bit. 2 rounds in a row, they've been playing retakes on that B site. tabseN, he's still patrolling. I think he's got a good idea what you're up to, Bit. Don't fall foul to another tabseN Deeg. Simple's joined them in mid, so they are going to progress on this. And I think tabseN's been spotted out. Bit does take and demand some control. Oh, what? How does he beat
He's just
Bit?
so like he's just forcing the issue on these fights. tabseN is feeling himself right now.
Oh!
He is really feeling himself right now.
Jesus Christ.
They have a 3-man number advantage, and they're still pushing the issue top mid. This is just some crazy stuff.
Wow, yeah, and CSGO scouts in the right place at the right time as well. Perfecto doesn't fancy his chances here. This is just to get the bomb back. This is just for the bomb. There's a gap. CSGO will fire off a pot shot. Perfecto with the first and the second required. Can he bail NaVi out of trouble? 20 seconds, a high-pressure scenario, but another one from Perfecto. tabseN's going to break his desk if after all of that hard
Spotted.
work, he knows where
Time's
you are.
a problem.
He's locked in. CSGO has to survive. The molly will force him out, though.
Oh, it's not deep enough.
Oh,
How's he
no.
going to do? He has to go for the fight. Perfecto has to go for the fight.
He has to strafe in.
In his own molly. In his own molly.
No!
What is this game?
Oh, pinned him down. His own flames.
I actually don't get it. I've never cast a game of Counter-Strike like this. Big Clan and NaVi. It's the most fruity of the bunch. I mean, look at this 5. He has to push. He's strafing into his own flames. CSGO has to hit a no-scope out of nowhere, and he does.
He was flustered right there.
The flubbed molly. I reckon CSGO's dead to rights if he didn't go a little deep on the flames.
Oh, yeah.
Look at them.
Jesus, Joseph and Mary.
You'll never guess what they're doing.
Pushing.
And CSGO's surely going to get overwhelmed here. He's pushed the relationship too far. It's even trades, but that should favor NaVi, right? I mean,
Look, if they weren't on like a pistol buy, sure. I think Bit being super... I don't know. I don't know what's happening. They're just going to push, aren't they? Big are going to push somewhere.
Yep.
Watch Tizzy and just decide, I'm going to push B apartments. And Gade jump through window and Keto rush T-spawn. Something's going to happen that's strange. Can't take your eyes off this one for a second.
yeah, this is something else. It's like, do you know what it could be? And as discussed by the desk already, like they know they've got Nuke in the back pocket.
Yeah.
And you said it, like on the pistol, Chad, you were like, why not just
do it.
but hit NaVi with all of the like online of extra confidence. You know, like all of that extra pep. Like CSGO killing someone close ramp and then proceeding to close clear the Palace walk up as the solo A defending AWP. I don't know, man. Like Big Clan, like they know they have that fallback of the third. Why not just throw the most kooky Counter-Strike at NaVi? And by the time they've kind of sussed it out, it's too late.
Yeah, well, this round right here could actually be that determining factor, right? This is going to give Big the half, which I don't think we would have really been thinking coming into this, seeing it's a map that they've been banning. So Keto now can secure it. He's under the balcony. They're jumping on in front. That's the first. Just has to delay now. Keto does go down, but Gade is here.
Oh, and that smoke's really good from him. It's going to set him up for success, and the spray denied. They have to plant Boomich under so much scrutiny. Bullets from Tizian and Gade. Gade can't finish the meal, and Boomich lives on. He says, play on. Oh, and he's managed to maneuver quite nicely. A chance presents itself, quickly removed by the Tizian MP9.
And now they'll go find themselves some extra rifles to pick on up here, because it's not like Big are out of the woods just yet, right? Their money situation is still quite average. The fact that these rounds have been so close, the fact that they're keeping it competitive, the fact that they are winning now 8-4, that's the conversation. And it's the way that they're doing it. I don't think they even need to cool off from this, because NaVi still haven't really relented in their approach. Sure, they've changed up. Okay, we might send a couple more players here, or we might send a couple more players there, but it's working, right? These aggressive maneuvers are working. So why stop?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is right up my street. Take the fight to the attack, completely disrupt anything you had intentions of starting the round with.
You know how we talk about Counter-Strike like it's a puzzle and reactions here and give and take? Well, they're not giving, they're just taking right now. And look, jumping down again, aggression once more.
I think, like, if normal Counter-Strike that we watch every day is a cafe, oh my lord, I'll come back to it, because hang on. Citizen's aggression has been kept honest. They know top mid is present and occupied by NaVi. Simple's striving to clear out any aggression, but they have already just completely rescinded that. But as I was trying to say, the Counter-Strike we typically watch, Chad, is a cafe.
Okay.
And the Counter-Strike we're watching right now is a cat cafe.
I see.
You know, in terms of the variation, well, it's stinky, it's weird. There's a lot of new people here that I don't plan to see again. Hair all over.
Definitely hairy. So now Big have gone for the aggressive maneuver out the gate. They've been able to find themselves in a 4-on-4, and now they're playing standard CS.
This is the closest it's come to a typical NaVi T round. They're going to go back to A. Majority through Palace typically works wonders for them. And Mirage, a big clan ban, one out on the defense, and if they could find double digits, Chad, I would genuinely start to believe that NaVi are going to have this whole group thrown up into a bit of a question mark.
Yeah, I think, double digits compulsory here for Big if they want to take the win on this map. The half win is great, but our expectations were low. Here comes the A hit. Smokes are in.
Oh, another one for Gade. Keto has been given an absolute gift there. Another miss molly. And Tizian all the way from downtown has caught one on the connector walk-up.
Here comes Keto. You won't be saving today. See you later, Alligator. The long-range spray all the way to Tetris. Beautiful stuff. That's 9. NaVi busted in the bank department. And those double digits becoming more and more likely. This is...
So we control the simulation. As soon as we say, oh, NaVi, you know, for once not going off to those slow starts because they've committed to the boot camp. Does it all still stand? We're just giving that there's just an extra big clan chapter interacting with it.
They're playing outside of the expectations.
Yeah.
Right. So they've gone, okay, well, yep, this is the case. Everything we stated is true.
Yep.
What can we do to change that narrative? Throw some crazy Counter-Strike at them. Show that, hey, look, we can aim too. You know, we can hit some headies.
Believe it or not, their default hasn't accounted for 3 CTs in underpass in the first 10 seconds.
That's strange.
They didn't account for that.
Why didn't they account for that?
Yeah.
Why weren't they ready for Tabson literally just picking wherever he wants with a deagle and getting the first kill in multiple rounds?
He was getting cocky, wasn't he? He had AKs who were fully crosshair placed and dueling with him, and he's body shotting them with a D.
I cannot believe some of the openings that he has gotten away with. And look, one of the conversations here with Big returning to speaking German is the fact that Tabson now has less to focus on. Before, he was having to translate certain things and pass things through in English to Zentaras. Well, now he doesn't have to do that anymore. And if you guys don't remember Tabson when he was on like NRG with Gobby, Legia, PTR, Fugly, that type of a team.
Yeah, good shout.
We're talking back in Season 4 or Season 5. Tabson was the superstar player of that team. He was dropping 30 like every game. Now, that's probably a little bit of over-exaggeration there, but my point is he is a star fragger.
Yeah.
And we're seeing some of that right here today. We saw some of it on Dust 2 just the other day. And I don't think NaVi have an answer for it just yet. CT side still to come.
How frustrating is this, though? You go and spend all your resources and time clearing middle, and for once, they're not there.
Well, they have changed their tune, right? I was talking about why stop the aggression. I guess NaVi had to bend the knee first. They didn't change anything up, but now they are. It's these slow crawls. They're going to go back towards A one more time. And there's 3 players on A to deal with this. Sirison from Ticket, 1 on the balcony, and 1 under the balcony.
Boomich to fake B with a single smoke, maybe even commit his whole life. Gade actually could get caught out here, won't be able to return, and his ramp clear. He's going to have to stay close.
What did I think?
Oh, quick from Simple's dig, and a dink out of the NaVi boys. tabseN stands strong for the double, but this should be all over. I mean, CSGO's alone. He'd love to deny that plant. He's gone unannounced so far, and Simple's only got 1 HP. Not that that's much of a factor. It might be now. Bit's been caught out. Simple looking for that safe haven to plant. Could get banged here, and yeah, they are firing off shots, and Keto's hit it. Big are going to take it all away from NaVi. Boomich has brought it into a 1v1, but call it 10. Call it 10.
I can't believe Sirius is standing and fighting there. Like, he didn't need to shoot Boomich. He could have just played a safe line, but AWP gets it done, 10-4. Look, these have been close rounds.
Very close.
But this has been great from Big, just to come in knowing you're up against the odds.
Also, when was the last time you had a series this dramatically weak from Electronic?
Yeah, it's strange, right? We were just praising him for his good online form. He's not getting away with any of his tricks here. Bit again, so 2 consecutive maps from Bit and Electronic as the duo, just not getting a whole lot done. But final round of play has started. And NaVi would love a 5th. Look, I still believe that NaVi can claw this back and win this map, but it's not going to be easy. We don't know what type of T side Big are going to have, do we? The CT side was fruity.
I can't even imagine what they could have in store for us. Well, let's see. I do think a 5th would be a real opportunity for NaVi. Remind themselves of what they're capable of prior to this one. tabseN just trying to pull his team even closer to that magical 16. Look at him.
Go.
Look at him.
Madness.
Go, and he wins his duel. Not another. A dink instead. He's made Simple's life such a cruel nightmare. Sure, man, keep playing, but with 5 HP and a man disadvantage if you want.
Gade's just gone, hey, tabseN, they're out Tetris. He's gone, yeah, okay, I'll go shoot them, I guess.
Here I go. Killing again.
What are they going to do here? Electronic, sure, you're up towards Palace, fine. Perfecto, you're over towards B, that's great. Simple, you're in T-spawn with the bomb. Guys, you need some kills. You need something here to topple Big, and right now, Tizian has this. He spotted the bomb. He knows where the bomb was going. Simple has to go back towards A. Perfecto has to go in towards B.
Good find. Really good find. Perhaps the element of surprise, Perfecto. He had an idea as to where Tizian was, and that's a big win for Tizian. But now the A side is open for business. Quite the recovery from NaVi here. Electronic. Oh, and an uncharacteristic miss. He walks straight into the Keto orb, but he hasn't been able to connect it. And now advantage NaVi in a large way. Simple caught out on his reposition, leaving Electronic the quiet. 4 frags to his name with a chance to end this half with a win. Fake, easy collection. And now walking into that off angle, a little bit of a gap, and Electronic 5 up. Chad, there's a reality where NaVi lose their map pick here and will concede. And won their 2nd game of play for Group C.
Yeah, and that's been unheard of. NaVi have been on a bit of a streak lately. I believe it's 9 series in a row, so this would be their first loss. And the 1xBet odds, well, they have flipped and flopped right now. NaVi no longer considered the favorites here. Bigger in the driver's seat, and we'll turn our attention to this pistol round.
All right, tabseN, you geek. What have you called?
Pretty standard stuff.
Stack nades onto Boomich's corner, and Simple, usually good for these. Usually good for these. Gade's got him. And he's just a little mid-lurk. He's got so much to contend with. Electronic and Perfecto have to decide how they want to rotate through mid, and it's pretty hotly contested. Gade ready to receive.
Oh, nice
looking good here. He's feeling fresh, motivated by the reality that's getting closer and closer with every round. Boomich down, and it's flawless from Big Clan NaVi. I think they might be completely broken inside.
Yeah, well, I think that first half of Counter-Strike would have gotten anybody flustered, right? Under their skin, really just in their face. And NaVi unable to convert in a bunch of close rounds with clutches in play. Now, I want to paint some context here for everybody. NaVi are already 1 map down. They lost the first half 10-5, and now they have lost the pistol in the second half. So now they would have to run it all the way back to win their map choice and then win on nuke. So the chips are definitely stacked against them here.
Yeah. I will also say, and I'm saying it at 11-5 on map 2, the Big Clan have had previously, in the Xantares iteration, an issue with closing heavy leads.
Maybe Gade will come out and just clutch like 3 rounds.
Maybe that's the missing piece they never had.
Gade's clutching.
Because I've seen Big Clan look really convincing, and then as soon as you start getting excited about it, they'll show you how weak they can look.
Well, we've had star level tabseN in the server today as well.
Yeah.
He has 150 ADR at this juncture of play. And he's the one leading the charge right now onto the A bomb site. They've actually just thrown a fake with util, and now they are just walking in. Just the fakes alone has faked NaVi out. They've headed to the wrong side. They've been out positioned.
Just like Dust 2.
Yeah, and they get the first kill. So right now NaVi probably should save. Whether they will or not is a different question.
Or they'll be allowed
Simple
to.
will determine it. Yeah.
He should be good for one here.
Or none. Yeah, this is just hold on to those other pistols. This is 12.
I mean, they're running out of opportunities for what I just prophesized, or at least alluded to. They're going to have probably one gun round to start it all off. That's it.
It's not going to be easy whatsoever here for NaVi to get back into this. And now, look, for the context of the group and for the context of NaVi, just while they get these last few kills, this loss isn't the end of the world. They will likely still qualify, right? But for Big, this win could mean everything, because we know how highly contested the second and third spot could be between the likes of FaZe, Mouse, Fnatic, throw Big into the conversation. EG even pushed FaZe last night. In terms of the narrative for today, NaVi needed this win and a couple of other results to go in their favor for them to lock in the playoffs today. Yeah. So they might have to wait until tomorrow.
And the point you're making is only exacerbated by exactly that final point you made about EG, because I want to make it clear, the EG that were playing against FaZe, that was them pushing a FaZe clan that, you know, we already have been singing the praises of and already with a win under their belt.
Yeah.
If EG caused an upset against any of the names here, it's just going to throw the whole table into disarray.
100%. Now, NaVi got a couple of saved goodies here, but that's all they have to boast about. Quickly smoked off. Mid control being worked on by Sirison and Tabson. Now, throughout this half, well, throughout that first half, they were playing with no pressure. Now that they're on the cusp here, they can't let that pressure catch up with them. And it doesn't look like Sirison will, just aggressively bounding in towards the vent room, gets an opener, and they set their eyes on the B bomb site.
Just don't trip over your shoelaces here. Whatever you do, keep them firmly, I was going to say screwed. I don't think you screw your shoelaces on.
Screw your head on, though.
Yeah, you certainly will. Perfecto's trying to unscrew a couple of caps. He has, actually, with the partnership of Boomich, made it a competitive 1v2, but the poor Soul's only got a USP. And Gade's in absolutely no rush, no hurry. They don't want any uncertainty, any lingered pushes through smokes. Boomich, in the meantime, has been given some room to stretch his legs, and a graceful strafe puts him on short.
He might be able to get himself something a bit better than a USP with this avenue of assault. Never mind, Tizian more than ready for that. Drops him like a sack of potatoes. And the scoreline reads 13-5. The guns will come out. Simple will get his AWP. But this is feeling like the last-ditched attempt here for NaVi on their map choice. Now, map number 1, yeah, Big are pretty good on Dust 2. They've been showing very good face on it throughout this tournament so far. Last time they played against NaVi, however, they lost 16-2. And now when you see Mirage come in, it's quite the change.
I like the way Yanko summarized it as well. It's like, it's very unlikely when you've lost 16-2 against an opponent on your map pick, it's ever going to happen again.
Yeah.
And it's a good point, because I think, yeah, it really did inspire Big to come in with a boatload of understanding of how NaVi were beating them. And it's translated into a magnificent result for Big. I think the impact of this potential win has been covered. So let's just sit back, relax, and enjoy what remains of Mirage.
Well, Electronic is dead.
Was there any...
Boomich could have smoked him out. Don't know what, maybe that was his smoke there that's front side that missed the molly. That was what I would say probably is much more likely at what happened
like
there.
He's hit the bricks and it's just ended up on default.
It's weird how that sometimes happens when a molly starts burnt. There you go, the nods from Rush Sleep.
Yeah, it's weird when you see just a pure Molotov kill. You just there's some weird explanation. Something's gone wrong.
What happened there?
Something's gone a little off, unless he's like flashed in it, which is a cruel fate.
Well, they're clawing for info mid, and they have it, but if they step over that line, Sirison will get a kill. Tizian caught sleeping.
Yeah, Perfecto's turned his back, though, to the potential.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, and he's gone.
The runway's open.
Like, that's the B player who's just ran towards middle.
And Simple's now pushing up in towards the vent room. If he slips on down towards window, he's in the wrong place now. He could have been able to respond to B.
You're right, dude.
Now B's completely open. Simple was the only one who could pose a threat. They've been sold on this A player.
It was a tactical death. It was a tactical death.
They're my favorite kind. I have them every round.
Yeah, he's thought about it. He's like, I need to die here.
Well, they need to save now.
Yeah, they do. And that's going to put 14 on the board. This was supposed to be the full gunny. a chance for NaVi to start voicing concerns.
Look, if I'm tabseN right now, I'm probably frothing from the mouth. As soon as you have established that it is the save, I wouldn't want to send CSGO with the AWP hunting, but the other two of them could really go get stuck in, right? Because this really feels like a stomping, right? NaVi were contesting those rounds, but they were always the number down in those clutch situations. Remember the Perfecto attempts? It was a 1-on-2 where they were flanking him. It was a 1-on-3 attempt. It was him and Simple in a 2v4. Like, there were rounds where they didn't really even have a good shot, but they were able to keep it competitive or steal it away.
Yeah. So I'm going to do some quick maths here, Chad.
All right, good luck.
Electronic had 10,
there's
Bit
the miss
had
molly.
9.
That's miss smoke even. Yeah.
Let's do some maths.
Poor Electronic.
I said, how much did I say Electronic? 10? It was 10 on Dust 2. So yes, grand total of 16 frags in the series so far from Electronic, and a grand total of...
Bit has 6 right now.
And he had 9 before, so 15 from Bit.
Okay, well, they've been kept very, very quiet.
That is insane. Yeah, I haven't seen them kept that honest in a long time. tabseN, look at him. He was going for the aggress. We know Boomich likes it as well. I guess in-game leaders. Oh, Simple had a chance for a second there. On the retreat, he will be flashed off and tucks his tail between his legs as he returns to B. Oh, he went for the wall bang. Simple just counters it immediately. Tizian neutralized, and NaVi given a little bit of a man advantage, a chance here perhaps to strike for the 6th.
Tizian trying that trick a little there. It damaged him.
Yeah.
Definitely damaged him.
Oh, and it seems that CSGO's AWP is also as well lubricated as Simple's. Oh, good reposition. Simple's doing it all here for NaVi. Yeah, I mean, we haven't had a Simple round. We're about due one. We're well past due. Let's see if he can close it all out. He's looking very active. He wants to try and hunt and push for this ramp fight at the right time. Good flashes from Big. They've forced him to respect. I think they aren't across yet, and tabseN's beating him out, maybe. Oh, it falls apart after all. Denial through the smoke. Big from Boomich. tabseN, full HP and a dream. And that dream is for 15. Oh, easy as that.
Crisp.
Anticipating Perfecto, just quietly repositions himself to ramp. He knows the bomb is planted for him. He's opted for Tetris, and Perfecto no kit. Every passing second favors tabseN even more. Just play that time, play that push. Expecting that clear from Perfecto. 10 seconds, bro. He's got to hold it. One fake is all he's got, all he can afford.
He should run.
And that's the easiest clutch of them all. Simple's heroics don't even matter. 1v2.
15-5. Would you bloody believe it?
Not really.
This is not the way I thought today's game was going to be going whatsoever. I thought we were going to see NaVi continue that steam, that momentum.
Their win streak of like, what, 16 not including Gambit, 9 including them, so 9-match win streak from NaVi. From Cologne to online, it looked like they were absolutely sprinting to that Intel Grand Slam. Don't forget, a single win is required for them. One more notch is all that they need to find and convert that Intel Grand Slam. It's used as a marker. $1 million prize pool, of course, is nice. Liquid, the only team to have collected it so far, and they did it in record-breaking period of time.
Liquid the only... no, Astralis did it
as well. Sorry.
Yeah.
The first. Liquid did it first? Am I making that up?
Astralis did it first, Liquid did it second.
Second?
Yeah.
Okay. God, I don't even remember that Astralis.
Yeah, Astralis' one was a lifetime ago now. I think it was in Odense. I remember they were on stage in front of the home
gold
crowd
bars.
with the gold bars. Yeah, that was a lifetime ago.
Wow, yeah.
That's when we used to have LANs. Oh, so it was the Liquid one. So both a lifetime ago. It's almost 2 years now, guys.
It does feel like a different life.
Let that one slap you in the face for a moment.
Well, we've got 10 opportunities for Big Clan. And this one's one of the most appealing of them all. It's for Famous. Light on the util department as well. In fact, already at the opening, 15 seconds, I see distinct lack of smokes, mollies, and flashes.
Look, if you're Big right now, this is the round where you don't need to throw in any crazy maneuvers and aggression, because what you do is you wait for all that CT util that they do have to eventually be expended. You have so much more. You could throw out a double pump onto a bomb site just to keep them honest. You think that they might go for an aggressive CT maneuver, and when they do, you punish. So Big, just taking the gas off of this one here to close it out in style. A 16-5 against NaVi on Mirage. In the last, I think it's 11 games of Mirage that NaVi have played, they've only lost it once. So it's a map for them as well that they've been winning time and time again. And this would just be quite the statement here from Big in Group C. So they are here to play.
Dude, the only team that's beaten NaVi on Mirage is Gambit.
Yeah.
And here comes Big Clan to do it with a whole lot of style. If this is the 16-5. Otherwise, that gap will start to get a little less impressive. Still, all the more so with the scalp, though. And now, towards A, it seems to be the objective.
Yeah, and look how many nades they have. They have every single smoke that they require. They have flashes, they have mollies as well. Big should get across the line here.
Three players to receive them here from NaVi. Good work from Electronic. He makes short work of Gade, and he pushes out for more. Tabson treated. It's Boomich again that puts the bomb on the floor. Kept even. Keto needed that. No time for Tizian to do anything here. He wants to die, or he wants to survive. Perfecto might catch him if he goes through late. Tizian.
The clock tick from that range. Cheeky. All right, well, maybe they took too much time. You know, time can be a cruel mistress. NaVi know that better than most.
Waits for no one, generally.
Yeah, that too. So here, just stalled out. You can see these frags coming in from Boomich, and there's only roughly 13 seconds on the clock when he starts pulling the trigger. It's going to be difficult to get back together there. So considering NaVi was staring down the barrel of it, they held their nerve. And actually, that's not a great situation for Keto. He's only looking at a deagle here. So you said that was one of the best opportunities for Big to do it. NaVi have a better buy now. The AWP back in Simple's hands. And this would be quite the comeback.
I just think for Big's mental state, they can't afford to succumb too many on the comeback. And Citizen, he has been given a little bit of an intervention from a higher power. He's allowed to play on.
And look, he's at the boot camp as well, everybody. So maybe that team mojo flowing today. Everything feeling all right.
Was it Tabson's interview where you talked about Citizen being very particular?
Yes.
Okay.
He needs a good mood.
A good mood, yeah. He's the new second coming of Get Right, where NIP had to pump him full of McDonald's and ice cream. That's not a joke, by the way. That's actually, that's...
You don't like McDonald's?
Makes him play better, though. Simple does need to play a little better now because he's in a lot of trouble. Nice active peeking. He's ready for a third as well. He'll take the whole big clan if he has to. Trying to extend play. Keto will stop the run, but he's been swung on, and that just leaves that 1 HP on Sears, and he'd wish he had the bomb. He's so far disconnected from the pack. Don't remember that 1 HP clutch, do you?
No, and I think he doesn't either. That's going to be the save from Sirison now. So, okay, Big, a couple of opportunities here, letting them go all right.
But yeah, I'm going to start reiterating what I was saying before.
About the NaVi comeback, ties it up 15-15. It's gargantuan. Simple drops 70 kills.
Nah. But
he gets 4 around.
The only way NaVi come back into this game is if Big Clan start getting into their little double depresso.
Double depresso. Do they have that one for breakfast? Or?
It's, yeah, usually to start the day.
Okay.
Double depresso.
Double depresso. I think, right, still, regardless if this gets close, actually, I tell a lie. If this starts to get close, you know how close you were of winning a map that you probably should have never won. Then yeah.
Nuke's a blowout, 16-3.
Yeah.
They're mentally out of it, checked out. Everyone's all quiet at the boot camp. No one's making eye contact.
Yeah. Okay.
You quietly shift your chair back to go to the bathroom.
I don't like that story.
No. But
too much tension in the air for that one.
Just wanted to make sure that everyone's aware that it's not out of the realms of possibility, especially when Simple's in the server. I would love to see Big Clan completely, demonstrate that they are no longer the team that can struggle to just put the final dot on that final I. 15-7 now as NaVi with 2 in a row. So keeping track of that. Big have won their fair share of eco rounds as well across the Dust 2 and Mirage so far. Tabson given a couple of taps for good measure towards that short side FAMAS. Searson did save the AWP though, so trying to find impact on that T side AWP would be interesting. You can see a little T smoke there, gonna get the CTs on A little alert.
Oh, he's getting a lot of room around this because that smoke was super deep. So it's actually given him avenue right now to flank B. And nobody's watching, Alex.
Yeah, and he is flanking.
Literally no... Oh, somebody now.
Oh, and Electronic was so low, bro. 1 bullet could have done it. That could have been his window into the site, into the flank. Perfecto looking very threatening here. A couple of deagles are connecting. It's all Gade, baby. The Gade clutch, perhaps. Alongside with Searson's AWP, this is actually threatening. NaVi gonna start running out of options. Searson posted up for the first. They're both coming through kitchen side, dude. Searson's AWP is such a threat. And don't forget about Gade. His double dig has got them into the site. The bomb now ticking. Kit check. Boomich is equipped. both walking in from kitchen side, and CSN's called short clear. He can just worry about this door. I don't fancy their chances. Gate confirms their suspicion. CSN doesn't miss, and Simple's got a clutch to save NaVi. It's not happening.